All right, so I got a funny story for you guys. I don't know where's the camera on this. I got a new phone, and anyway, on my own old phone, there would be slow moments in the shift. Early on, when I first started this job, it's a laundry thing, and laundry wouldn't be coming down the chute. So I'd do a video on my phone, and be like, "Here's the empty baskets of laundry. It's not coming down the chute." If my boss asks me why we didn't get this done, this is why. And I don't know, I've done a dozen of those over the last 6, 8 months, whatever it is. And I thought, I don't even have 1,000 subs on this channel. No one's gonna see this. No one's gonna know. But I was being legit. If my boss asks me the next day, I can pull it up on YouTube and be like, and here's the this is what was going wrong. That was like at least pseudo legit. And then my phone, as I just mentioned, I just got a new phone. That's what I'm talking to you on right now. It came in today. And the old one the screen was cracking up and it was losing functionality. And so if I stored a whole lot of videos on there being like, this went wrong, I'd have to delete it to make space for the new ones. And so I'd upload it to YouTube. A, no one's ever going to see this. And B, it's legit. I can show this to my boss and be like, this is why this didn't get done. And we had, for example, one of our dryers had some kind of snafu. So it's like, why is this taking forever? One of our machines are down. Here's what's happening. I thought no one's gonna see this. Somebody from work saw it, showed it to my boss. Then my phone dies, and I go to my boss today. I'm like, hey, if you were trying to get a hold of me over the last couple of days, it was like over the weekend and stuff, so there's nothing I can do about it. I'm like, I got a new phone. I went in and they're like, you're eligible for a new phone and a new tablet, or a free phone and free tablet, as opposed to everything that was like $100 plus that I don't have. So I was like, yeah, free. I like the sound of free. Send me that. And they're like, instead of getting a new phone and activating it right then and there, two to three business days in the mail. So I go into work today, and it's my first day that my boss and I have been there at the same time in a few days. Over the weekend, she's not around. No big deal. But so I go in and I say, by the by, my phone died on me. It would have been like Thursday or something. I went in to get it Friday. 2 to 3 business days. I haven't got my new phone by at the point of this conversation. I go, by the by, if you try to get a hold of me for anything, it's because my phone died, which it did, and I'll get a new one to any data. Any 2 or 3 business days was any data. And she goes, well, I was trying to get a hold of you. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know you were actually trying to. I was just saying in case you did. And then she's like, because you've been posting stuff on your YouTube video, and somebody actually showed my boss. So I got a little talking to, and she's like, thankfully, I had been told we don't want to pass personals to the residents when they're sleeping. I worked in an old folks home. And so they're like, at night, everybody just got their meds. Everybody's laying down to go to sleep. Don't go walk into the room and put their clothing in there because they're trying to go to bed. And then she said, well, we got to change the policy now. You can't pass until 9 o'clock. I'm like, no kidding. So I kind of got, and more of, instead of like a talking to, I got more of just like a don't do that. And I was smart enough. I never filmed anything with like the res. It's again, old folks don't get the HIPAA laws. If I had put like pictures of residents and stuff on there, I would have gotten fired on the spot. But everything was either down in the basement. I had one in old shoes in a closet. I was like, look at these old shoes in a closet. And it's weird because it's an old folks home. People will pass away, and then the family will donate the clothing. And you're like, there'll be somebody's name on the back of a shirt, and then they'll mark that off and put somebody else's name on there because they're donating it to the new resident. In a way, that's kind of cool. But on the other hand, it's like, this is dead people's clothes. Dead people's somebody who's no longer with us was once wearing this. It's just a weird vibe. It's a weird feeling. But I did want a video on that, just how it kind of felt strange. And we had a mountain of. I should have said that. I did the video because I just they were just sitting there randomly, and I just paired them all so we could get them to the residence. But they were shoes that dead people left there. So I wasted my time. I don't know. Anyway, so it was just kind of funny. I thought no one's ever going to see this. And then I got my talking to today. So they did. They did see this. And thankfully I didn't. Again, everything was down in a basement where nobody would know. If you didn't work there, you wouldn't know where it was. I wasn't like in the small town of so-and-so at this particular place. It's like an old folks home. I do laundry. There were shoes and clothes. But I was smart enough not to get fired. So, yay! I still have a job that's killing me. But like I said, I got a new phone, so instead of I can only record what's in front of me, you can now see me. Hi! I call myself. And then I got a new tablet down by my feet over there. But I got to put the SIM card in so it'll work, I guess. And then I got to go in and get this activated tomorrow. And then I'll have a phone and a new tablet. And I still have a perfectly functioning tablet, but it's technology, it breaks. So at least I got two now. And then my laptop broke. So I'm just yammering at this point. But if you're like, hey, why come no new videos? I'm like, because my tech broke and I'm getting it replaced. So here's the phone. But this looks pretty good. The video quality is pretty good. It's brand new. Durka model of Humana. And I'm still feeling it out, but it's a pretty good quality phone. So now that I can do this, more movie reviews and video games. The same thing I've been telling you since 2014? My God, almost 10 years. November 2014, I would have done my first one of these on my first channel. I'll be getting up more content soon. I promise, skis. Really? You know, or I'll die from like a heart attack or heat stroke or something in a basement and nobody can hear me scream. Or I won't be screaming because I'll be like frothing at the mouth. And this one coworker was like, she said she had epilepsy. I was like, you work in a basement. That is not good. If you have a seizure, no one's going to hear you roll around on the floor. Like, no help is coming. Until I get there in the afternoon, no one's going to know you died. So, hopefully nothing comes from that. And she was covering because somebody was on vacation. So that's not going to be... I shouldn't even have said that. But anyway, nobody watches these except for when it's inconvenient. And it's like, part of me want to be, did I get some subs at least? You know, did anybody sub to my channel? It's kind of like embarrassing because now the people at work now I have a YouTube channel. It's like, oh my God. But I'm at 980 subs. So I'm just 20 subs away from being able to monetize. And my bedroom still looks like they fought a war here. That hasn't changed. America. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. I'm basically rambling, getting just to 10 minutes at this point. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Things coming along? How's your job? Leave a comment in the comment section. And then I'd be like, because nobody's watching this. And then this goes viral. And I get 10,000 comments or something. It's so bizarre how the algorithm works. But, new tablet, new phone. It's not all bad news. So, we'll see how that works, how this goes. And I was going to like do some movie reviews while at work because I live there now. And then that happened. I'm like, oh my God, is somebody actually watching this? And she had them like on her phone. And I like downloaded it on her phone or something. It was like a list. She's like, I'm like, do you watch my channel? This is weird. I don't know what to do with people actually watching my stuff. So, but TJWK Island, thank you for watching my stuff. And Eric over at Hey Internet, Eric here. I appreciate you guys and everybody else who watches this on the regular. I had another guy comment about Fruit Pig. He's like, when are we going to see more reviews of Fruit Pig? And I was like, Somebody actually saw those? I was frustrated because I was getting like 36 views or something. That's why I switched to shorts. But anyway, I gotta clean up after the war. So, and I gotta go work tomorrow. I gotta get up and get this thing turned on. So, y'all have a good night. Cheers.